So yeah, my name is Mark Moriarty. I am a sous chef here at the Greenhouse restaurant in Dublin, where we have 2 Michelin stars. I am the Diageo head chef in residence for Reserve. So there's a very photoshopped and airbrushed photo of me taken last year, looking very tired. A lot of my role within Diageo, working with the Reserve brands, is how does food play into it? And it's a massive opportunity, not only for restaurant businesses, what we saw from what we do with cocktails, but also from a bar point of view. Massive opportunity when food comes into play, both before and after a meal. And one of the things I say is, look, not everyone drinks. And within that, not everyone drinks spirits or enjoys cocktails, but everyone eats food every day. So it's a great way of communicating, of matching up, and of showcasing the brilliant world of cocktails and the role it can play for a customer to really enhance their experience. We've had a whole new audience arrive in the last 3 to 4 years. So I said, hang on a second here. Why don't we put together a little program, get a bit of help, because we didn't have massive experience in our team when it came to cocktails. Let's trial a menu of simple cocktails using Diageo Reserve brands. We felt while the food was at a certain level, all the other little extra bits, including the cocktail service, could be improved. Why don't we come up with an aperitif and a digestif list? Because we have a tasting menu of 4 or 6 courses, but we always send out 3 or 4 little canapes or bites to start a menu. Because they weren't getting the wine list until these canapes had started, no one was having a drink. So we were missing out both on a revenue stream and on a guest experience.
So it was literally outsourcing the mixologist part to add that to your restaurant. But the important thing is all of these drinks that we are considering had to conform to that idea that you didn't have a cocktail station. So they had to be easily prepared and quickly served by the team on the floor. And by having a consultant come in like Lauren, rather than just hiring someone straight away, is the safe bet. Having these initial ideas that are easy to execute, focused, seasonal, and capable.
Selling 5 to 8 on average a night. Cocktails are cost between 14 and 18 euro. That's quite a nice margin. But revenues of 3,000 per month on average, that's 35,000 a year. So because we had an aperitif and a digestif menu, people were staying for longer and they were ordering more in the process. A lot of the time they would take photos, and one of the things that is Instagram, there's a lot of positives there. Not a lot of extra effort, very little increased investment. And it's now making a big chunk of profit every year.
So you're not saying your second star was solely because of the cocktails, but you're not saying that either.
It had something to do with it, I can assure you.
I'll show you my approach and how Bengla and Symposium can actually implement this campaign, this project, in restaurants here in Luxembourg and adapt it to the specific service, requests, local customers and needs we can do here. We have 3 focuses we're looking on this year for Symposium and Vengla. So the biggest one, of course, is bringing together fine dining and cocktails. One of the topics we're also focusing on is batching and streamlining service. Mindful and sustainable cocktails. This is where we're using products from the kitchen, because a good way to save money is to not waste anything. That also follows through in using sustainable, local, seasonal products. So the starter, tell us about this starter.
A classic starter, smoked salmon, creme fraiche, a bit of fennel salad, dressed up a little bit. And I was very interested to see how you brought a cocktail to this. I know you used different flavors, but also not that different in terms of their style to what's on the dish.
A bit of an extra layer of, say, difficulty of challenge with all of these cocktails actually is that they were done as possible standalone drinks, but also as a pairing. So I looked at your dish. I thought a nice, crisp, clean, sharp, fruity drink, but again, using these flavors, which were apricot and basil. And what I did, I took some Don Julio Blanco tequila, one of my favorites just behind me here, and infused it with some basil. And that immediately gives it the herbal note to match the fennel that you were using. Apricot from Van Namen, which is our local juice that we have here, or local from Germany, but an incredible apricot juice. And apricot, of course, balances straight away with mandarin, that sort of sharp, slightly tropical, deep flavor. A touch of agave, replicating the tequila, and lime juice to just balance it out.
At the end of the day, that is cash is king, and that's what we like to see. And it's a great way as well of just having that extra element of the restaurant that we now have, and as well as be able to go from 1 to 2 Michelin stars was great.